Support for NPR and the following message come from the William and Flora Hewlett Foundation, investing in creative thinkers and problem solvers who help people, communities, and the planet flourish. More information is available at hewlett.org.
Hello and welcome to Car Talk from National Public Radio with us, Click and Clack, the Tappert Brothers, and we're broadcasting this week from the Readiness Division here at Car Talk Plaza.
Yes, we are. We got this letter the other day from a guy named Steve Yasko, Programming Operations Manager at National Public Radio. Dear Mr. Berman, we need your help. NPR is comprehensively assessing all its systems and equipment and programming to ensure that Y2K will not bring any problems or surprises. As part of the survey, we need information about Car Talk's Y2K preparation and readiness.
Right.
Hugh Lewis Dewey, the chief counsel, I have a copy here, answered Mr. Yasko. Here it is. Mr. Steve Yasko, Programming Operations Manager, NPR, 635 Mass Ave. Dear Steve, you'll be happy to know that as of today, Car Talk has been declared completely Y2K compliant. I didn't even know this.
Oh, I know.
Here are the areas which have been tested and approved for Y2K compatibility at Car Talk Plaza. Banking. As you know, the Car Talk Capital Depreciation Fund guarantees a 50% of a person's investment. We give a return of 50%
Yes,
of
indeed.
your investment. As such, should our clients' balances...
Which is better, I might add, than most of the mutual funds I've ever invested in.
Should our clients' balances suddenly show zero on January 1st, they will simply be delighted that we have exceeded their expectations and achieved not just a 50% return of their investment, but a full 100% depreciation. Electricity. Since the lights and computers only serve as an annoyance during the workday and get in the way of an otherwise relaxing work experience for our employees, the lack of lighting and electricity should not in any way alter our normal productivity. The only electrical concern would be air conditioning, but since January 1st usually falls on or around January 1st, we don't anticipate that being a problem either.
No.
Payroll. We do anticipate a possible disruption of payroll services, so we are requesting that NPR pay us in advance for the entire 21st century. If you would be so kind as to forward a check by December 1st, we can cross this little issue off our list. And if we get it by December 1st, we can cash it before the Y2K problem kicks in. Broadcast services. In what has proven to be a wise and insightful decision, our home station, WBUR in Boston, has opted not to upgrade its broadcast equipment during the last 4 to 6 decades. We have checked with the manufacturers of this equipment, the Acme String Company and Dixie Cup Incorporated, and both companies have assured us that our broadcast equipment will continue to function as is, with no Y2K repercussions. See, it's always good to not be on top of the technology.
Stay away from the cutting edge.
Should you have any further questions, please contact our Millennium Planning Manager, Vera Faroff. Very far off. Here at Car Talk Plaza, sincerely yours, Hugh Lewis Dewey, Chief Counsel, Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. It's good to know that you have people like this in the background. See, people think we're just two jamokes on the radio. We have a staff here that is working on things like Y2K compliance.
I think
we don't even know it.
The only thing that Hugh Lewis Dewey has ever done.
I've never seen a letter by him before.
No, I think it's a fake.
Yeah, but who would have done it? Somebody.
Well, if you'd like to call us and hear us
ask,
fake our way through a couple of answers, our number is 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hello, this is Belinda from Detroit.
Hi, Belinda.
Belinda.
What's going on in Motor City?
Nothing.
So what's going on? What do you need from us?
Okay, I have a 1990 Nissan Access van.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they don't make them anymore.
Yeah, I think they call those excess for a while.
Yeah, they didn't make that for very long.
They made that for 1 year.
Exactly, but it's a wonderful van.
How can they do that?
Well, it was a Stanza.
Was it?
It was a Stanza, and they put this other name on it.
They put a body on it. They had to. How many of those must they have left over?
It was the same body. It was the smoke. It was the Iacocca model. It was the smoke and mirrors thing. I don't know. Maybe they put a sliding door or something, but it was a Stanza. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Ah.
So what's going on?
What happened was, about a year ago, my air conditioning went out, and some guy told me it was going to be like $800, and I said, forget it, because it was an old car. Well, this year, my window wouldn't go up, so I had that repaired, and the guy said he could repair my air for $103. He did. I had air.
Oh.
About a week later...
You had no air.
No, I still have air. I got this ticking. Like tick, 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 tick. Sometimes it would tick when the air was on, and it would tick when the air was off. It would tick sometimes when you turned it, first started the car. Sometimes it wouldn't click when you first started the car.
And when the ticking was there,
Yeah?
did it get faster as you revved up the engine?
No. Mm-mm.
Are you Belinda, are you absolutely sure of that?
No, I'm not absolutely sure of anything.
No, I mean, neither are we.
Okay, when I'm at a stoplight,
Yeah.
it was a slower tick. And as you
So,
started,
as you started to move, it was tick, 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 a little faster.
It got faster, yeah.
Okay.
But yesterday, I got an oil change, and it ticked when I first started it up after the oil was changed. Hasn't ticked since. Is my tick going to come back?
Well, interesting. You could have had a stuck valve.
Because of a lack of oil?
No, because of dirt, old age, inattention, any number of things could cause a valve to stick or a hydraulic lifter to stick and make that ticking noise, which would be very regular. I mean, extremely regular.
Okay.
There would be no mistaking its regularity. For example, if one valve was stuck or one lifter were not pumped up correctly, if the engine were running at idle, you would get a tick, 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 tick. It would be that regular, and it would never be anything but that regular.
At idle.
And then as you increase the engine speed, of course, it would increase commensurately
Right.
until at some point you were driving at 30 miles an hour and you wouldn't hear it because you'd be drowned out by the hole in the muffler and the wheel bearings that were bad and all the other problems that your car has, and you wouldn't hear the ticking anymore.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't be worried about it. If it hasn't come back, I would ignore it. I mean, there is always the possibility that it's not related to this at all, in which case it will come back.
But it probably is not related at all to the air conditioning job.
Okay, that's
No.
what I was
I mean,
You know, the other possibility is you were low on oil when you went to get it changed.
Yes, I was.
Oh.
Because I was due the oil.
And you didn't want to throw in that quart and a half that it needed.
Oh, I never put oil in my car.
You just go...
And if you were low on oil, that could cause the ticking too.
Oh, okay.
You were starving the valve train of its lubrication, and you were getting the ticking. And now that it's filled up, you may notice that the next time it begins ticking,
It's time for the oil change.
it's time for the oil change.
That may be the signal.
I love it.
Okay.
It's better than looking at the little tag on the windshield. You hear the noise?
Listen for the tick.
And just listen, and it'll mean time for an oil change. Time for an oil change. Time for an oil change.
Good luck, Belinda.
Okay, thanks much.
Thanks for your call.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Remember when that great company, General Motors, tried to convince the American public that the pinging sound that they were hearing was the sound of economy?
Yes.
Can you imagine that they even attempted to do that?
Well, don't forget,
How low can you get?
all the automotive companies have managed to sell all of their products, and pinging was a product.
Yeah, no other car had it.
With clever advertising.
No other car
I mean,
had
it's
it.
not just the automotive companies. Everyone sells everything with clever and...
I mean, can you just see the meeting that took place? They must have first had an engineering meeting at which they said,
Can we
fix it? And the answer is not without great expense. So the next meeting they had was with the advertising
the
agency,
duplicity department.
The duplicity department, and the duplicity department said, look, is there anything good about this? And they went through all the things that might be good.
And they found
And they
one.
found one. Better fuel economy.
Maybe.
Maybe. The fact
they
that the
said-
engine is blowing itself apart, burning holes in the pistons,
Nah.
don't worry
The
about it.
warranty will be over before we ever have
Before-
to give them a new engine.
Exactly. So they came up with this slogan, the sound of economy. How embarrassed. When they go to the pearly gates, whoever made that decision, St. Peter is going to say, the sound of economy? Now, really, you think you're getting in here, Mr. Smith?
We'll see.
Sound this.
Okay, now, Tommy, do you remember last week's puzzle?
Do I? Come on. I can't say that I do, actually.
Well, it's the famous cleave sanction puzzle.
Oh!
And we'll be discussing it in just a minute.
This message comes from Wise, the app for international people using money around the globe. You can send, spend, and receive in up to 40 currencies with only a few simple taps. Be smart. Get Wise. Download the Wise app today or visit wise.com. T's and C's apply. Support for NPR and the following message come from the William and Flora Hewlett Foundation, investing in creative thinkers and problem solvers who help people, communities, and the planet flourish. More information is available at hewlett.org.
Hey, for you T-shirt wearers out there, or relatives of T-shirt wearers, we just got a veritable shipload, that's shipload with a P, of new Car Talk T-shirts at the Shameless Commerce Division. The folks there made a great series of T-shirts out of their favorite Car Talk quotes. So in addition to the classics, don't drive like my brother, Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe, you can now get Car Talk T-shirts that say, for instance, if money can fix it, it's not a problem. Life is too short to drive boring cars. Do it while you're young. You may never have a chance to do anything this stupid again. Reality often astonishes theory, or happiness equals reality minus expectation. How about this one? Lousy car advice since 1977, and many, many more. If you'd like one or want one to ship to a friend or relative you don't really like, just head over to shamelesscommerce.com. That's shamelesscommerce.com. Hi, we're back. You're listening to Car Talk with us, Click and Clack, the Tappert Brothers, and we're here to talk about cars, car repair, and the famous cleave sanction puzzler. Oof. Now, we first gave this puzzle, I guess, a few weeks ago, and because it called for quite a bit of creativity, we've given people extra weeks to come up with an answer, and most of those people that we're talking about are us.
And we haven't
well, we haven't really been working on it
we haven't.
that much, and we're counting on our listeners, and we will, like I said, when we get all the answers in front of us, we'll be able to weed out the bogus ones and come up with a list that we think is the best, and then we'll listen to all the people complain that there should be additions or deletions.
Yeah, so what is the puzzler
Well,
exactly?
It's about antonyms. Happy, sad, left and right, my brother and reasonable human being. And we told you that there were at least two words that we know of, and of course we assume many more, that are their own antonyms.
Yeah.
Okay? The first one is cleave. You cleave things apart with a cleaver, or my brother's hand cleaves to the last burger before anyone else in the family can grab it. And the other word is sanction. NASCAR sanctions stock car races, but a driver that shows up in an MGTD may be sanctioned by NASCAR. And the question is, how many other words in the English language are there like this?
And what are they?
And
we don't want numbers
right.
for answers like 7.
Right.
We want the words themselves. And we think there are 10 such words.
Well, I think there's either one more
or none.
Or 5,000. So we don't have a winner this week, but we would invite you to participate via our website, email, or by snail mail, and try to give us a list.
Yeah, we want to
decide
list
who the winner is, and it may not be until the end of the summer that we have a winner.
That could well be.
It could well be. It may take us that long to determine. Don't forget, I think we're going to get lists with hundreds and hundreds of submissions.
And then we'll have to fact check all of them.
Exactly.
To make sure that they are true. And we will use the OED, of course, as the one and only
yes
expert.
Of course.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we'll take your calls at 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
This is Dan from Owenton, Kentucky.
Hi, Dan from Owenton, huh?
Owenton,
yeah.
Kentucky.
I don't know where Owenton, Kentucky is, but I'll take your word for it that there is such a place.
Yeah, it's about half an hour from Frankfurt.
Which is the capital.
Which happens to be the capital.
I
Yeah,
remember that
the capital.
from 7th grade.
And isn't that good that you remember that? That's been very useful to you in your life, has it not?
Oh,
I mean, how many times have people asked you, what's the capital of Kentucky?
Just the other day, some guy stuck a gun in my ribs and said, either give me all your money or tell me the capital of Kentucky.
Yeah.
And I knew it.
And you said Louisville.
So I said Louisville, and he took my money. That's how I know it's Frankfurt.
Jeez.
So what's up, Dan?
Well, my brother had a car. Well, he still has the car. It's a Dodge Neon. And the piece that tells how much oil you have and whether or not you're low on oil broke. And all the oil spewed out of the engine. The engine died.
Dipstick broke off.
Not the dipstick. There's like a meter, and it lights up a little light.
Oh, the oil pressure switch.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, bummer.
Anyways, it broke, and then the engine lost all its oil, and it threw a rod and made a huge hole in the block.
It sure will.
So he bought a new engine, and we put it in, and everything was supposed to be great. He bought the engine, and they told him, "Oh, this has only got 5,000 miles on it. It's going to be a great engine." So we got it in.
So it wasn't
and
new.
got
It was from a
Junkyard or some
auto salvage shop or something.
Yeah,
like
a wrecking yard or some such place.
Yeah.
So we hooked it up and we got it running, and it runs great. It does everything great, but there's like this noise, like something's caught or rubbing or something, like yin, 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 yin.
And it makes this noise all the time that it's running.
All the time that it's running.
Mm-hmm.
And we were listening around, and I thought it was coming from where the injectors are, but it in fact is coming lower on the engine, down towards the oil filter.
It's not likely that it's inside the engine.
Okay.
In my humble opinion.
Me too.
It sounds like the pulley is hitting something.
The pulley, like one of the belts or something like that.
Here's what you do. Go down to the parts store where they must know you by first name now.
Yeah.
And buy about 1.5 foot of heater hose.
Heater hose.
Stick one end of it in your ear.
I like vacuum hose better.
You do?
Vacuum hose.
Well, I like heater hose because you need both, actually.
All right.
One is broadband and one is narrow casting.
Right.
They're going to have both of these hoses at this part store.
Oh, they'll have
They'll
them.
have, yeah.
All right.
So
Buy
you're gonna-
2 feet of each one. It's going to cost you a couple of bucks.
Couple
All right.
of bucks, yeah. You stick one end of the big hose in your ear.
Uh-huh.
And you, with the engine running, be very careful not to chop off fingers
Chop off fingers.
while
all right.
you do this. But you want to put the other end of the hose down near the engine and wait until the sound gets louder and louder as you move that hose around.
All right.
And you'll find it's pretty easy to tell, even though it seems impossible. When you get to the point where the noise is really coming from, it'll be really loud.
Okay.
And you'll say, aha, it's down there. Then, if you still need to hone in on it more, you take the vacuum hose, which actually fits very nicely in the ear.
It sure does.
You can do this with only one hand because you can just sort of stuff it right in there, And then you'll have both hands free to chop off fingers, and you will be able to identify the source of this sound within inches.
Well, I was going to suggest that you take the fan belt off.
And see if the sound goes away.
First of all, see if the sound goes away, because you may be able to find out that it's one of the accessories, like the alternator, that's making the noise.
Ooh.
If the sound, however, does not go away, you are then free to probe around with this vacuum hose stethoscope without the risk of losing fingers. But I think you're going to find out that the noise is exactly at the opposite end of the engine, and what it is the flywheel hitting the sheet metal inspection cover.
The sheet metal inspection cover.
Of the transmission.
Okay.
And there's a little thin piece of sheet metal that goes on the back of the motor, which you must have taken off. Or
Yeah, we probably did.
If you didn't and took the one from the junkyard, it was probably bent. And as the engine turns, the flywheel is hitting this thing and making this very annoying noise.
Yeah.
And you may be able to, with the engine running, bend this out of the way enough or push it to change the noise, and then you'll say, ha. That's what it is. But do Tommy's test first, and then go when you hear nothing at the front of the engine, go to the back of the engine where it bolts up to the transmission, and that's where the noise is going to be.
Okay, so go with the heater hose and the vacuum.
Yeah.
From your description of the noise, it didn't sound like it was metallic.
No.
And you've driven the car, though.
Yeah, it runs fine. It runs great and everything. It's just, what if he blows up this engine and he has to go out and buy another?
He won't.
Alternatively, you could go to a repair shop and ask them to put it on the lift and let them figure it out.
No. The hose stethoscope will tell all.
The hose.
Dan's come this far. He wants to figure it out himself.
I mean, these guys he and his brother have taken the damn engine out and put another one in, and it runs. And obviously Dan doesn't have a clue as to what he's doing.
Obviously, that's
And this is a tremendous feat, in my opinion.
Yeah, and don't give
Tremendous.
up now. You must solve. I'm sorry. I apologize profusely.
Of course, you can't let him.
Whatever it takes to solve this, you must do, Dan.
All right.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
Solve the problem in your driveway. Good luck, and we applaud your courage.
Yeah, good for you, man. Good for you.
Yeah, I know he's going to beat me down if I break something to the car.
No, don't worry. You're not going to break anything.
Is this brother an older brother or a younger brother? Oh,
Older
he's
brother.
An older brother. Boy, you're going to show him a little
And he's
something.
the one that wrecked the engine, right?
Well,
by running it out of oil?
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
It's his car. It was his car when the oil ran out.
Yeah. You'll fix it for him.
All right.
Good luck, Dan.
Good luck.
See you later.
Yep.
Call us back if you need help.
All right.
We're here to help, brother. Bye-bye.
Bye.
There's a lot more stuff coming up right after the following messages, so stick around. Hey, for you T-shirt wearers out there, or relatives of T-shirt wearers, we just got a veritable shipload, that's shipload with a P, of new Car Talk T-shirts at the Shameless Commerce Division. The folks there made a great series of T-shirts out of their favorite Car Talk quotes. So in addition to the classics, don't drive like my brother, Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe, you can now get Car Talk T-shirts that say, for instance, if money can fix it, it's not a problem. Life is too short to drive boring cars. Do it while you're young. You may never have a chance to do anything this stupid again. Reality often astonishes theory, or happiness equals reality minus expectation. How about this one? Lousy car advice since 1977, and many, many more. If you'd like one or want one to ship to a friend or relative you don't really like, just head over to shamelesscommerce.com. That's shamelesscommerce.com. We're back. You're listening to Car Talk with us, Click and Clack, the Tappert Brothers, and we're here to discuss cars, car repair, and not the new Puzzler. No. The Puzzler is now officially and finally, I might add, on summer vacation.
And a well-deserved vacation
And
it is.
As you may know if you've listened for a while, every summer we send the Puzzler on a short break in the hope that it might come back renewed, refreshed, and a little bit less lousy. And of course, it's never worked. But hey, there's always hope, and maybe it'll work this time. And here's how you can help. If you have a Puzzler you think we can use in the fall, and it does not involve liars, truth tellers, what
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you send anything. We don't care. You send anything you want. The address is Car Talk Plaza, Box 3500, Harvard Square, Cambridge.
Our fair city.
02238.
Attention, Puzzler Department.
Yes, Potential
Puzzler Department.
Puzzle Department.
PPD.
Or email me your puzzler suggestion from the Car Talk section of cars.com, and don't forget to include the answer. Remember, we ain't that smart.
And if you find yourself in desperate need of a puzzler this summer, we have a whole book of our best puzzlers that you can actually buy either at your local bookstore. It's called A Haircut in Horsetown and Other Great Car Talk Puzzlers. What a great title, huh? Or if you're a cheapskate and you don't want to help put my kid brother through college, you can just go to the Car Talk section of cars.com every week and we'll select and post a single puzzler from our vast puzzler archives.
It's not that vast. It's certainly about half the size we thought it was.
It's
originally.
half vast.
Yes, I thought so. If you'd like to call us, the number is 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hello, this is Maureen in Fairfax, Virginia.
Hi, Maureen.
Maureen, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you two?
Not too bad.
We're doing great, thanks.
Good.
What's up?
What I've got is a 1989 Camry. It's a great car. It's got 272,000 miles on, but it's developed a strange problem. It started maybe as long as 18 months ago, and my mechanic was able to get rid of it for 4 or 5 months, but it's come back again and getting worse. After rain, and now in the last few weeks in high humidity, it will stall after it's been running. I call it the 5 mile, 5 minute symptom. When I've driven about 5 miles or about 5 minutes, if I have to slow down to maybe below 10 miles an hour, it will stall. After that, it sometimes will start right up. Sometimes it takes 5 or 6 minutes of trying to start it. If I don't have to slow down, it's fine.
So if you can get past that 5 mile / 5 minute point.
Right. If I don't have to
never
slow
do
down,
it.
Yeah, it won't stall. But of course, I have to use Route 66 in towards Washington, D.C., so that just doesn't happen. I stall out on 66.
Do you get your kicks on Route 66?
Well, not quite. I'm afraid I'm going to get my slam in the rear on 66.
That may be good.
You may like that.
Well, I mean, that's interesting.
Well, this fellow who's looked at it,
He's saying, I'm not sure what this is, but this is my best bet on it here. Distributor cap and wires, the rotor,
Don't like it.
and spark.
I don't like that idea.
well, I love it.
You do?
Actually, yes. And is this a 4-cylinder Camry?
I think so.
We replaced quite a few distributors on
Really?
four-cylinder Camrys, but his first stab should be replacing the cap and the rotor and the spark plug wires. And I believe on this car, the cap and wires are sold as a unit.
Okay.
And he would replace those two pieces, the cap and wire set and the ignition rotor, because those could certainly cause problems in damp weather. However,
And he's never done that?
No.
all right.
I don't like it anyway.
Well, I like it because it often solves the problem, but when it doesn't,
And it brings in revenue.
and it's revenue producing, yes.
But I don't
When
think
it doesn't,
it's gonna
the
solve
fact that you say even high humidity conditions cause the problem, I'm more inclined to believe the problem is a bad ignition coil.
Okay.
You have a coil that has hairline cracks in it. And when you get hairline cracks in the distributor, it will cause it to short out.
Okay, yes.
Generally, we replace the entire distributor when we do these, but you can replace just the coil.
Okay.
But if you haven't spent any money in the last few years, have pity on this guy and throw him a few $1,000. But if you have
it.
to, you
So
have
what? Maureen's got it.
to. Well, she ain't spending it on cars. We know that. She's
We
been
know
driving
that.
this thing for 100 years.
Good luck, Maureen.
Thank you much.
See you later.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-22-78255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hi, my name's Jessica, and I'm in Bloomington, Indiana.
Hi, Jessica. How are you?
Hi there.
Hi, I'm good. I have a strange problem. I have a 1992 Volkswagen Jetta, and I inherited it from my mother at the beginning of this year, and I have a very unique problem with it. It doesn't happen to her. It happens to me, and this is what I'm trying to figure out, is that it shocks me when I put the key in the ignition. It gives me an electric shock. And this never happened to my mom, and it happens to me. And the best that I've been trying to figure it out, and the best I can figure out is that I have kind of big hair, and I didn't know if that was kind of the problem.
Ooh, ooh.
Big
real
hair will do it.
Big hair.
Okay.
I'll tell you what else it has to do with.
What kind of clothing do you wear?
Clothing. I guess I might wear shinier clothes than my mother
Huh?
in general, maybe.
No.
And what kind of upholstery in the Jetta? It's not that really ugly stuff that the
Yeah, it's not very pretty.
man. They got some taste in fabric.
Yeah.
German cars have the weirdest
But
upholstery.
this is an opportunity for my brother to insult yet another ethnic group. So go, feel free, man. Do whatever you
well,
think
I mean,
is
it's
best.
a narrow thing. It's people who design the fabric in factories in Germany that make certain kinds of cars.
And who would those people be?
Germans. But it does have cloth fabric, your car.
Yeah, it is cloth, and it could be more hideous, but it is kind of fuzzy.
And I know I've asked this question at least once before. Do you use a cream rinse?
I do use a cream rinse.
You
She
do
does.
use a cream rinse.
Jessica does use a cream rinse.
Yeah, I just
Now, I remember when you asked this question once before.
Well, here's the deal, and I'll tell you, I have in the winter especially, and I suppose now that the weather's hot and humid, it is probably the severity of these shocks has diminished.
yes,
Probably maybe even disappeared.
right.
I do not have the problem in the summer, but in the winter,
Yeah.
or the fall, the fall is the worst. Boy, I go out to almost any car that I'm driving, and sometimes even opening the door can do it.
Zap you.
Okay.
It's brutal, and I've discovered what it is.
Cream rinse.
No, I don't
Any
use
clothes?
I don't use a cream rinse because there ain't nothing to rinse anymore. It is my shoes.
Woo.
Oh,
It is the soles of my shoes, which are non-conductive rubber.
huh.
And this is the same reason that many cars develop a static charge, and then when you go to the toll booth and hand that poor toll booth person your quarter,
You zap 'em.
you zap them because the tires cannot discharge into the road, and my shoes do not allow me to discharge.
Well, Jessica doesn't have the shoe problem because she only gets it when she puts the key in the ignition, indicating to me that she's building up the charge as her butt slides across that ugly upholstery in the Jetta.
Maybe. Maybe.
So I
And-
should wear cotton pants.
I would switch to cotton for a while and
Okay.
see what happens, but I like the hair theory.
Well, I had an impression that had something to do with it, just because that's a big difference between myself and my mother.
Yeah.
I wish I had a theory to explain how that would work, but I don't.
Okay.
But the butt theory I know is true.
Okay.
Yeah, but if this discharge of electricity is taking place before you actually start the car, this is as soon as you get the key next to the switch, right?
Right.
A spark jumps.
Bingo.
Yeah,
Right.
it ain't the car that's causing it. It's you, or as my brother said, it could be the seats. You can try covering the seat with something. You can try walking out there with bare feet or different shoes.
Or drive naked.
Or naked, yes, or a cream rinse.
Or cream.
A different cream rinse.
Maybe more cream rinse.
Maybe more.
Jessica, thanks for calling. You made my day.
Okay, thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
So long.
Bye-bye. Well, it's happened again. You've squandered another perfectly good hour listening to Car Talk. Our esteemed producer is Doug, the Subway Fugitive, not a slave to fashion Berman. Our associate producer is Ken, the Diaper Slayer Rogers. Our assistant producer is Catherine Cathode Ray, who's getting married next week.
Gee whiz.
Oh, my God,
And
another
I thought
one.
she was saving herself for me.
Yeah. Okay. Our engineer is Dennis Domenis Foley. Our senior web lackey is Doug Sheepboy Mayer. And our technical, spiritual, and menu advisor is the Bugster, John Bugsy Lawler. Our public opinion poster is Paul Murky. And even though the NPR satellite spins violently out of control every time we say it, this is NPR, National Public Radio.
Support for NPR and the following message come from the William and Flora Hewlett Foundation, investing in creative thinkers and problem solvers who help people, communities, and the planet flourish. More information is available at hewlett.org.